For the first time, women of color were able to stand up and say, we will not engage if we don't see ourselves in it. If our issues are not a part of the issues that we're marching for, we don't see the benefit in marching on behalf of someone else when we are being excluded. For the first time, we have been able to, one, articulate what we want to be.
My name is Ndai Great Animal. I am a documentary filmmaker. I'm also a digital DP or a digital cinematographer, a director, photographer, however you want to articulate it. My last two projects, Listen Up for New Voices for Reproductive Justice, deals where women of color took a stand. They refused to sit on the back of the bus in the women's movement, and they took a stand and decided that they were going to get together. My second film, Random Acts of Kindness, a woman had a dream that she was going to give away this money in Africa, and that's exactly.
A Life Dream production. I am a director, videographer, producer / editor. Do a lot when you start into this. My goal in life is, one of my goals, I'll say like that, is to be an Oscar-winning director and producer. And that's my and hopefully to be one of the first, because they haven't had any black women to be for an Oscar for directing. So, and I just hope to have films that make the big screen that transcends through centuries. Timeless stories that give positive messages.
Link one's man's connection to the world. The main reason is like we need to have some inspirational things out there. He works internationally. He helps everybody, and he's a behind-the-scenes type of man. To get him on camera was very difficult because he doesn't like his work to show to the world. The goal is shown in Africa and also in Asia. So it's not just about black people. It's about any people that needs help.
A documentary filmmaker, a DP, an editor at Avid and Final Cut Pro. I've worked in network television. I've done several arts DVDs and things like that. And I always thought that I wanted to do my own film. You know, I have a love of music. I really wanted to do something that would show a positive legacy in what we've done in music thus far. You know, a lot of people can see that hip-hop and black people in entertainment was getting negative, you know, and I wanted to change the composition.
And I am a writer-director. Primarily I do feature films. I have 2 movies that are actually out now. Cut Me a New Path, that's a blockbuster and no pay-per-view. And Living with Faith is my second one that I'm negotiating now, TV rights. I kind of fell into Positive Faces, the documentary, because I usually don't do documentaries. When I was researching for what was going to be my favorite piece, Negative, a story that's about a couple that's been trying to have a baby for many years, and then they find out that one of them is HIV positive when the wife becomes pregnant. So in researching that, I started to find stories that were so compelling, and I wanted to do a documentary about it. So I titled it Positive.
But I get to hang out with the filmmaker, so I get the best part of the job. I basically represent writers, directors, producers. I've had the opportunity to have, not everybody, we're working on everybody, but I've had the opportunity to have clients, you know, who have films in Sundance. You know, I love independent film, I love independent artists, and I mean, to me, I have like the best job, you know, so I try to keep filmmakers out of trouble. You know, some accept my help, some don't, but you know, that's my job, and so I'm really excited to be here. Met Zena, gosh, it's been a few years now, I think. Yeah, so you know, I try to stay involved with what's going on in the community, and so I also invite you all out to come to the Atlanta Film Festival. You know, and any other festival that's really happening here in Atlanta, take the opportunity to see what the filmmakers are doing, because there's some fabulous stories, and you know, it's just cool. It's cool.
I'm Tanya Dixon. I'm a producer, director, videographer, and an editor. I've been in the business for like 19 years. I've been in print and radio, television for many years. Before my company, Tandy Productions, which is 14 years old now, we started doing more commercials and music videos and other projects. And my documentary, which the first one at the beginning, it really was a fluke. I didn't start off as a documentary. It was a long-time client of mine that just said, hey, laid everything out for me. The EPK, I laid it out. I laid it out, and it was just kind of there. I said, we can do more with this. And he said, well, what do you want to do? I said, well, let's make a movie. And I just went back and I said, I'll tell you everything I want to do. And I went and reshot a lot of scenes and just kind of edited, pieced it all together, and we made a movie. It's more movie-ish than documentary, in my opinion. And it's something that we are going to distribute. You know, there was a lot of things along the way that happened because when you start dealing with artists that become signed to labels and then the politics that goes into that, but we did it. We still made it, and it's something that's still going out in my distribution and Koch distribution share.
Add to that people don't believe that sisters network and connect and do the things in the music industry, because that's what I know, music and entertainment industry. As a publicist, you have to have a certain decorum, and you know, my craft, my gift, my experience to bring some social change to some other situations. And I think that, you know, as women, as people, period, that's what we're called to do, to kind of live beyond to stay in it.
The whole induction of the internet and how easy it is to deal with the internet. I know having a live radio show on the internet, the artists, the filmmakers are coming to us, but when we ask them the question if they really protected what they're bringing to us, because everyone wants you to play their song, everyone wants you to talk about the movie, show their script, but we don't know if on the other end they protected themselves so that we're protected and playing it. With the MySpace, YouTube, and all of that, how is it how are you communicating to your clients to protect themselves?
Just say this, I mean, in the industry, copyright is really what you want to know about, because copyright underlies everything. Writing, music, film, theater, visual arts, whatever, it's all copyright. And so, let me just tell you the general rule. If it's not, I mean, you have the right to your creative works. If you create it, you have the right to it. And there's some things you have the right to do. The right to reproduce it, the right to perform it publicly, the right to make a derivative, meaning if I make a play, I have the right to now make a television based off my play. So you have some bundle of rights that are yours as a copyright owner, okay? What you don't have the right to do is to use someone else's creative work without their permission. So that is the basic rule. Don't believe the hype that, okay, well, you know, if it's done for this reason, I can use a little bit of it. If it's done for that reason, I can use it. No. If it's someone else's, if it's someone else's copyrighted work, meaning you did not create it, then you do not have the right to use it without their permission.
Thank you for visiting DryerBuzz.com. Remember, we're live Tuesday and Thursday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Visit DryerBuzz.com daily for the buzz behind the buzz. We're spreading the buzz from Atlanta across the nation with DryerBuzz.com.